were kissing and that was nice. And I was like, oh, Alli.
Yeah.
You're 14.
Yeah,
like,
she wasn't ready.
You should be enjoying that part.
She wasn't ready.
She was not ready.
Oh, I wrote down when she was talking about, like, what if I got an STD? What if, all of that? One, that means you, like, clearly weren't mentally, like, ready to do this. You hadn't thought about anything.
Yeah.
And two, where is that fucking sex ed teacher that came in
Dr.
the first couple seasons?
Sally? We need Dr. Sally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, they need to go talk to the Niners immediately.
Yeah. They need their Dr. Sally
Give
time.
them some perspective.
But then we're with Anya and Mia, and Mia's like talking to Anya about how she found this thing, and Anya's like, Mr. Perino, we're gonna volunteer for Mock UN. And then she's like, so you can show him like how much you care about like the world. And Mia's like, that's really pathetic. And she's like, whatever, it's gonna work.
Anya sucks at this.
I was gonna say that's a dumb idea. Like, I don't see that really helping any of the situation.
Yeah.
Besides spending more time with Peter, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
Anya's terrible at this. She's lucky that she found Sav, because she is not good at this.
No one is worse at this than Anya.
But then we're with Alli and Johnny DiMarco. Alli's at her locker and Johnny comes up behind her and like is like, hey, and she like jumps and like crawls out of her skin. She's like, don't do that to me. Don't touch me. And then she's like, what's your middle name? And he's like, it's George. And
which I found weirdly endearing.
Johnny George DiMarco. Weird. And she's like, like, I don't know, I can't hang out with you. I gotta go, bye. And he's so sad and confused about what's happening, because he's like, oh, yay, my girlfriend. And she's like, get away from me. I am traumatized. And it's
his face
sad.
Broke my heart.
Yeah.
Like, the face he had when she, like, left, it just, like, killed me inside a little bit.
Oh my god, same.
And then I
don't like seeing him sad.
I know, he's sad a lot in this episode.
He's so sad. It's hurting me. This poor baby.
And then we're at goddamn Mock UN, and they're having a loaded debate about trade embargoes. And then Mia's just like, actually, you know what? I know all about Kenya, and you've been talking to Darcy.
She has been in this club for 5 minutes, and she leaves. I'm like, that is the most short-lived.
I know.
Also, what is Mr. Perino thinking? Because he was like, great, I found, like, a person, so now we can, like, be ready for this thing. And she just, like, walks
like,
out
JK,
in the
bye.
middle. He has to find an entirely new Sweden.
She makes, like, an argument because Peter, like, says something and then she counter-argues.
Yeah.
And then just storms out. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
She's like, I know about Darcy, bye! And then she leaves. But then we're in Mr. Armstrong's class, and like Alli and Claire and everybody are taking that math competition test thing, but Alli can't focus on it, and she's like, I need to leave. I don't feel well. I have to go. And it's very sad. And she goes to the nurse, and she's like, meh.
And you can even tell, like, because in this scene, she's not wearing, like, makeup. You can tell she's, like, it's affecting her.
Yeah. But then we're with me and Peter again, and she's like, do you still love her? And he's like, I don't know. Is this when they're at, like, the bus stop?
Yeah. He's like, I don't know. I mean, I could care less.
And he's like, I really like you, but I also have feelings for Darcy. I'm just confused right now. And she's like, oh, this is stupid.
So here's...
And I think he says something like, I still love Darcy. I might always love Darcy.
I think that's a little later.
I think he says that later. I mean... The thing about this, for me anyway, is that I was like, I don't care about Peter and Mia at all. They can fuck right off. But, like, I honestly, like, yeah, this is shitty, but, like, I honestly didn't hate Peter for this. I really didn't think he was being that terrible. He was, like, being fully honest with her about everything. It's not his fault that he, like, still loves his ex-girlfriend. Like, it sucks for Mia, but he also, like, she kind of pushed him to jump into this relationship
like
right away.
Immediately after Darcy left.
And he even said, like, several times, he was like, my girlfriend and I just broke up.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm about. But she, like, kept pressuring him.
But he also jumped into the relationship after Riley kissed him.
Yeah.
So like because after that happened, he was like, all right, let's do this, because he freaked out. So like the way the relationship started was not great to begin with, and now it's just kind of crumbling.
Yeah, because Mia's just so freaking eager beaver about it, and he also is just like, yeah, I guess so, sure. We're gonna do this also to distract me from the fact that my girlfriend just like moved away to Africa. Sure, I guess so. Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't hate Peter for this. I was like, he's being honest with her.
Yeah.
I think it just the only reason I didn't love him in the scene is just because he is still making her sound like less of a person in a way, just because he's like, well, I care about her and I care about you, but like, I don't know, like I could see Mia's perspective of being this, because he's basically telling her like, you might not be enough, and
yeah,
like,
I mean, it's just shitty all the way around. But it's like understandably shitty.
Yeah. And also I just don't think that he knows how to like express it at all. Like he's definitely not explaining it correctly.
No.
I agree. He's not making her feel any better.
That is very true.
He is not known for his emotional range.
No. It's very Ron Weasley of him.
Emotional range of a teaspoon.
Yes. But then we're in the nurse's office, and Claire comes to check on Alli because she's a great friend.
She's the best.
Alli is just so sad, and then she's like, ugh, it wasn't the way I thought it was going to be. It was awkward and uncomfortable, and I didn't want to touch him afterward. And it was and Claire's just there for her, and she's crying, and she's just supporting her through this, like, gross time.
It's so sweet, and I'm so sad for Alli.
Yeah.
Well, and then I feel like she says something else, because I wrote down, like, you need to communicate with him.
Oh, yeah.
Because Claire's like, well, have you told him any of this? And she's like, no, I can't. Like, I don't want to.
I wrote that in all caps. I was like, you need to communicate.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's like, no, I can't tell him this. Why?
And then she's like, how can I have had sex with someone I can't even talk to? And it's like, that's kind of your, not the sex part, the not talking to him thing is kind of your own deal, because he is like, especially, I mean, not at first, but like, especially for the like last however many episodes, he's been pretty good about being a person she can say things to. And she also isn't one to hold back. Like, what is this new thing?
I think that just shows that how not ready she was, because she doesn't feel like she can talk to him about this intimate of stuff.
She wasn't emotionally, mentally there at all. Like, she was just not prepared for what was to come.
Yeah, I
Poor
think
Alli.
it just shows like how not ready she was, because now that this has happened, she doesn't feel like she can talk to him about it, because she's like scared and uncomfortable and didn't want to do it.
Which should be the opposite.
Yeah.
Sex is an intimate act, and that should make you feel closer to the person, not further away.
Yeah.
Oh,
she wasn't ready.
It makes me so sad. But, you know, yet again, a problem on Degrassi could be solved by someone just having a fucking conversation.
True.
Yep.
But then in the next scene we find out that like Claire won the math competition, which good for you, Claire. And
did not even notice that.
I think it's the next day. And then Johnny DiMarco comes up to Alli, and he's like, he bought her like a little necklace. He's like, I got you this. I didn't know what else to do. He's like, I know you're mad at me, but I don't know why.
Like,
it's very sweet.
So great.
Oh,
and
so good. And he's like, I know it's really lame. And I'm like, oh my God.
And Alli like closes it, and she's like, I don't know about that. And he's like, I like you a lot. And she's like, I don't think we should hang out anymore. And it's so sad. And he is crying.
He cries.
He has the saddest face.
Oh my God. I just wanted to hug him.
So, my heart broke into a million pieces.
It was extremely sad.
It was so hard to watch.
And yeah. But then the next scene, Mia like confronts Peter, and she's like, I won't wait for you to pick me. Which I'm like, yeah, that's right, Mia.
I know. I was like, I wrote, yes, Mia.
And he's like, oh, you don't have to wait. Like, I told Darcy yesterday, like, I don't want to. And he's like, love the one you're with, right? And she's like, are you
like,
fucking
bullshit.
kidding me? She's like, oh, because you can't be with the one you actually love. And he's like, no, I really like you. And she's like, it doesn't matter, Peter. Like, I'm not going to be your consolation prize. We need to break up. Bye. And I'm like, all right, fine.
Which
bye.
is valid.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm so not invested. I'm like, fine, whatever.
Like, okay, cool. Bye. Sure. End of relationship. I don't care.
He is too hot for Peter anyways.
True. She's too hot for everybody on the show.
She's too hot for Degrassi.
Yeah, that's why she's gonna go off to the CW soon.
And she's gonna be in another movie soon. I saw a trailer
that Flatliners movie. Yeah, that looks terrible.
It looks so bad. But I was like, it was when I went to see The Big Sick, and the trailer happened, and I just yelled, Nina Dobrev. And Kim was like, I don't know who that is. What are you talking about? I'm like, very excited about this. She's getting work. I'm proud of her.
Good job, Mia. But then the next scene, Claire and Alli are talking, and Claire's like, you need to talk to him. I feel like she's like, I don't remember what she says, but I was like, yes, Claire, good advice.
Oh, it was so good. She was like, because they walk past him, and she's like, you have to talk to him. Like, you miss him. And she's like, well, I want to keep hanging out, but I don't want to have sex. And she was like, so tell him that. Like, yeah. And she's like, what if he doesn't want to hang out with me anymore? And Claire goes, then he sucks.
Exactly.
Those are her literal words. And I was like, yes, Claire.
Claire is like the wisest person here.
Like, Alli she's so smart, but like I was like, you need to use your brain and like go communicate with this person and have a conversation. She's like, you are a smart girl.
Book smart.
She's book smart, but she's like totally controlled by her emotions.
Exactly.
Like 100%.
It's in a blinding kind of way.
I identify so hard with Alli. Because she just,
I think she also, like, absurd. She likes him so much.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it.
I think she's just so afraid of, like, losing him that she doesn't want to fuck anything up.
I've been, like embarrassingly reading a lot of astrology stuff lately, and I'm like, oh my god, Alli is such a Cancer. Like, we are so the same. It's just, like, pure emotion.
Yeah.
No self-control at all.
But then she, like, pulls him aside, and she's like, I can't have sex with you anymore. And he's like, let's maybe go even more to the side. And he's like, why should that bother me? Because, like, what does that have to, why should I care about that? And she's like, because I do want to actually hang out with you more. And he's like, okay, well, I'm not going to fucking pressure you. And he just loves her so much.
He loves her so much. And then he makes a joke. He's like, and you won't pressure me to do anything?
Yeah. And then he also tells her, like, I was also a virgin. And she's like, wait, what? What about all those other girls? And he's like, never made it that far. And then we find out, like, it was both their first times.
Never stuck around long enough. And I was like, yes.
And then he says, I wish I could change a lot about what happened, but not that it was with you. Because he loves her so much.
He loves her.
I was like, why do I like him so much right now? Like, he's being so amazing.
And then they get back together, and they're very cute. She's like, yay, I love you so much. They love each other so much.
They love each other.
I love all of this. I love everything about it.
I mean, guys,
like,
I've been singing Johnny DiMarco's praises for fucking months, all right?
That's true.
I feel so validated.
His character development has gone, like, his character development on this show has totally been great. Like,
it's so
he went from just being, like, douchebag awful to, like, actually being a real person with feelings and emotions. Yeah. And I love it.
It's so good. It's just so good. And I just feel so validated.
I would like to point out I have never said that he wasn't a good person or whatever. I've always just maintained that he's gross, and that is still true. We saw what his hair looks like without a hat on.
That is a valid point.
I've just continually been like, his hair looks greasy and disgusting. He looks like someone who probably doesn't brush his teeth every day. I think that is still true. Maybe he brushes his teeth more now because he's, like, consistently making out with Alli.
I hope so.
And she probably wouldn't have stood for that. But his hair still looks nasty. But he's a very sweet boy, which I have never denied.
All right,
anyway,
fair.
I will say I've never denied his sweet boy. When he was opening up at that weird boot camp, he was like, when he opened up about the shooting, and I was like, this poor child needs to be in counseling.
He needs therapy, man.
Yeah. But real quick, let's read the YouTube comment that we found.
This is from Cam can't pronounce that name.
Frasciante?
Sure, whatever. 9 months ago, Claire finds one outfit she likes and wears it 24/7.
True life. So much Argyle forever.
Is she like wearing Darcy's clothes at this point, or are these her own clothes?
I don't know, because it was established in like a couple episodes ago that it was like she was raiding Darcy